and welcome to Beer and Breakfast, your Matchday morning build-up show, early access the night before. I'm Johnny.
And I'm Jono.
And we have got a lot to go through, so let's crack straight on. Coming up,
we look back at last week's win in the capital over QPR.
We've got fan previews ahead of Saturday's game.
News and rumours from the lane.
A look at the champions Fulham.
This week's This or That.
Predictions for Saturday.
And plenty more.
Before getting into our QPR recap, if you do enjoy these videos, if you do enjoy our channel, please subscribe. There is a little button down there. Go press it. Absolutely free.
We'll wait.
I ain't got to watch.
I have. You done it?
Done it?
Cheers.
Good. Please like the video. We'll give you a couple of seconds to do that as well. Have you done it? Have you liked the video? Have you liked the video?
Yeah, he has anyway.
He has. Have you liked it? Make sure you like it as well. No, I've not forgot about you. You like it too.
Getting a bit weird now.
Getting a bit weird. QPR. Wow. Just wow.
What a day.
What a day. What an evening.
What an evening in the capital.
Yeah, beautiful. Away days don't come much better than that,
Nope.
do they? First half atrocious. Not talking about first half. Never happened.
There's never anything sparkling about travelling to London on a Friday night, but well worth it, weren't it?
Oh, God, yeah. I think me and you said, what idiot would want to travel to fucking London on a Friday night for a Sky Sports game? Us, and that's why.
And the rest of the Blaze, because every single one of you, I applaud. Brilliant turnout, and we was loud as fuck.
We were. That is what an away game's supposed to be, and it was nice to get the right people into the game. There seemed to be less hangers on, didn't they?
Yeah, the hardcore fans. Not saying obviously who didn't go, obviously.
Oh yeah, of course,
no reasons. But it was
it's Friday night on Sky. A lot of you couldn't go, and we understand that and we respect that. But it was nice to see the ones who did go were the ones who want to make the noise.
Yep.
The game itself, Charlie Austin. I think I spoke about him last week, didn't I?
You did.
Got a fucking goal and all. But yeah, proved what he can still offer. Gave it the big one in front of our fans. That didn't turn out right well, did it?
No, neither did their Twitter feed. Put your hands up if you enjoyed the first 45 minutes.
Yeah, second half performance was just unbelievable. No Billy Sharp with someone who scored 3 goals.
Clinical, weren't we?
Clinical.
That is the main thing.
It could have been more who went for their keeper as well. They're like, what were
Their 6th choice keeper or something.
12-year-old 6th choice keeper. I'm not going to get too carried away and think this makes us fucking FC Sheffield loner of, the European Champions League fame. But we are still what we are, a team missing key players, but we're still crawling towards the playoffs rather than striding. But it was a good momentum booster, good following, everything about it was perfect. And if that were the last game of the season, I'd have been happy.
Well, obviously.
But you know what? You know what I mean? To go out in that kind of style.
Yeah. Even if you had no to play for.
Yeah, 100%. Yeah. It sets us up for a very dramatic last day, because it's not just fighting for the playoffs, is it, Jono?
No, we got 4 teams playing for 2 spaces in the playoffs.
Just what we wanted.
We're in prime position. Unfortunately, I think I'd rather be chasing. Pressure on.
Do you think?
Yeah, pressure's on other teams. I mean, pressure on us at the moment. It's not the best of games to be playing against Fulham, is it?
No, not all. I think that's the key factor. Millwall have got Bournemouth,
which is obviously away for them, and an even tougher game for them. Probably at this stage.
Fulham.
I'm with you. I think Millwall are out of the picture. I can't see if they do get a result.
If they get a result at Bournemouth, I'd say they deserve it. Fucking hell, they could. I'd like us to get 5th and them get 6th.
I mean, Luton other night, 7 goals past him. That's absolutely crippled.
And I think that's why I give us
difference.
I think that's why I give us more of a chance on last day. Fulham's already put on Lord Mayor's show. They've won title now. If they'd lost to Fulham and they were still fighting for title, that'd fucking dread for us. But they've done it. They've put on the big Lord Mayor's parade. They've scored their 7 goals. They're on beach now, and I think that's why it gives us more of a chance. Bournemouth, they'll want to go out. Last home game of the season, they'll want to go out and put on their Lord Mayor's show.
Possibly, yeah. And obviously Luton, it's more of a must-win game for them now, because anything less than that, they are in trouble.
The 2 that have got the supposed easier run-ins are fucking Reading for Luton.
Which, I mean, Luton, I'd have thought definitely they'll beat Reading. But after that result, you just don't know.
And then Millwall, and then Borough have got Preston. So
Preston. I'm glad it's at Preston.
We pulled the short straws, us and Millwall, didn't we?
Should have had it tied up before, shouldn't we?
Should have done, but we didn't. Typical Blade style.
This is why I'm fearing it.
Yeah.
I am fearing it.
Let's take a look.
You know if Fulham get an early goal?
Oh, no, this is why I want to take a look at Fulham now, because you've got to look at the way they've played all season. They come out at your throats. I do think we played it perfect at their ground. Soak a bit of pressure, hit them on counter, make it dirty, make their heads fold. Because we had to in that game.
We got a pretty early goal, weren't we?
Yeah. And then after that, we just got in their faces. Yeah. And they don't like that.
We defended for our lives. And
at times, yeah, but at other times, it looked like we could go and snick another one.
No, we're on counter, weren't we?
Yeah. And I think that's how you have to challenge them. Luton, they're set up to control the game. You can't do that against Fulham. What you got to do is let Fulham have the ball and then, by all means necessary, kick them up fucking arse. Kick them into row bastard Z when they're on sidelines. Out of danger position.
Mardy as possible.
Oh, that's exactly it. Wind Mitrovic up and there's every chance he can get sent off. He's not only their leading scorer, he's the one with the most bookings in the team. And I think that says it all. Fulham themselves, they're a good team. There's no denying it.
You don't score that many goals in a championship season if you're not.
As weak as the championship's been this season, you can't take it away from how clinical and how good they've been.
Even the strongest championships, Fulham would have been up there.
Do you think? I think they'd have finished like fourth.
Yeah, definitely be up there.
No, I won't go that far. I think the weakness of the championship and the momentum has carried them a lot further than actual quality has. And I think that'll reflect next season when they finish bottom at Premier League. Last time out, obviously we just mentioned it, we did win 1-0, that and goal. And what a goal it was.
Took about 10 on, didn't it?
Fulham and QPR have been my two favourite away games of the season.
Down in the capital.
I
tell you what, we must have a pretty good, decent record in capital.
Sometimes. We'll go one season where we do well there.
Not touching Wembley, but...
Not touching Wembley, yeah. Look at us when we were in the Premier League. We didn't lose. Yeah. Well, that season with fans we were anyway.
Yeah.
But we don't count the other season. Never happened. We got relegated on a technicality.
It's like Premier League.
I don't know. Can we recreate that? I think by all rights we've got it about us, especially after the QPR performance. I think we could recreate that and put it in his own hands and take the choice with us.
We've got the momentum going into the game. Fulham's not to play for. Hopefully it won't go over. Yeah, it's just... I'm just not looking forward to it in that essence. I'm excited. Just...
anxious as well.
Yeah.
Let's get a bit more insight on Fulham now as we go to Matt from Fulham Focus.
So obviously the main emotion is just relieved to go up, whilst it sort of seemed like we would be going up since, sort of December time, maybe even earlier. The fact that it's now done, and especially after the sort of struggles we've had in the past couple of weeks, just makes the whole thing, a whole lot better. And, the party mode is pretty much still ongoing, as you saw. Or you may have seen, may not, but the Fulham players after the title celebrations all went out paintballing. So I think that kind of tells you where they are in terms of a mindset. They have completely shut off, as it were, I would say. Although probably not completely, but they are letting loose a bit, which is why I think I don't expect there to be the full throttle force. Marco Silva Ball's side turning up on Saturday at Bramall Lane. So I think Sheffield United should be in for not necessarily an easy game, but an easier game than it probably would have been. And I think that's also, they'll probably be reflected in the team selection. I will expect there to be some level of rotation. I would like to see some of the younger players getting a go, because one of the things we have sort of struggled with in recent years, despite the Sessegnon and Carvalho stories, we still haven't had as big a breakthrough with players coming through the youth team as we would have wanted. So I would hope to think that there will be a couple of youth players, maybe not starting, but given a couple of minutes here and there. So I think Sheffield United, as I said, should be in for an easier game. In terms of prediction, I think, again, just because we're still coming off the hangover and party mode, I think Sheffield United will probably sneak maybe a 1-0, maybe a 2-1 victory. So I would back Sheffield United to win. But in terms of that, if you see the Fulham that we've had the past couple of weeks where things have been just a bit off, I wouldn't be totally surprised, just because the job is done. We've got the title now, so it's both objectives done. So there's nothing really else to do. So we can just sort of sit back and relax, as it were. So yeah, that's my thoughts.
News and rumours for this week. We'll cut to Eki in a minute, but before getting any definitive answers. Because we filmed this before Eki does his press conference, so everything we've just said could get proven wrong by Eki in about 10 seconds, but we'll go into it anyway.
This is live.
Yeah, live, Jono. You're going to drop this pretense one day. You're scared of live.
This is why I say it.
Sharp. I think we all heard this from already, that he's out for the season and the playoffs if we get there. That, to me, It's a massive kick in bollocks.
Unless we could play like we did against QPR in that second half for 90 minutes, then we never know. But, I mean, it is a huge, huge blow if it's true.
Mr. Sheffield United, Mr. comes up with the goods when we need somebody to come up with the goods.
Yeah, I mean, it's not that he'll be gutted. Yeah. He'll be absolutely gutted.
Our leading scorer. And I mean, I hope it's wrong, and I hope there is a chance he could make it back to the playoffs if we get there.
Or even come on for the final and bag winner in 90th minute.
Yeah, but usually these things are right, and if it's last we've seen of him this season, I'll be heartbroken.
Yeah, I mean, like I said, Sharp wants to play every game for United, doesn't he?
Yeah.
And if the impossible did happen and we did get promoted via playoffs and he weren't involved with it, he'd be gutted. I mean, he'd be happy for United, but for his sake, he'd be gutted.
Yeah, it'd be a situation like when we played Wolves, and for some reason, different circumstances, but Warnock didn't even pick Windass.
Yeah.
To miss a player, because he were on form, Windass at that point, weren't he? He were fucking running riot for us, and he didn't even put him in the squad. So I think that it's a similar situation where we'll be missing a key player, and it could come back to bite us well and truly in the arse. Another rumour, this one, take it with a pinch of salt, but I'm going to bring it up anyway. There's rumours that the takeover hasn't gone through despite being on the table for months and signed off and being investigated by the FL for months. I think somebody at pitch football. I think somebody within the Athletic has come across the fact that it's been held up over tax fears. He can't provide adequate information on how he pays his tax in America that would give them confidence that he'll pay his taxes here.
Ironic how it's stumbling when we got chance of promotion.
Yeah, it's a bit of any conspiracy theorists out there may want to have a look into that.
Not saying anything, but it's quite a lot of money to get promoted, is it not?
It is, and but that'd be a lot of money out of a certain prince's pocket. So everything stumble now. It's very, very suspect. But these are only rumours. Take them with a pinch of salt. Remember, this is more Aldi brown sauce than your big name brown sauce.
We're not allowed to say Heinz.
I don't know, do you have Heinz or Daddy's?
Oh, it's got to be Heinz.
HP. Well, we'll cut to Eki now, see what he's got to say, and hopefully he'll tell us that we were wrong in Sharpie's play.
Lads with a couple of knocks, Connor and Morgan. Get them back on the grass tomorrow. George has trained today fully, so we've got him back. That's it, I think. That's everyone. With Connor and Morgan just training tomorrow, obviously it's done them the world of good. If it had been a quick turnaround, probably in doubt they would have been, so that's helped. Preparation for a big game. I think just getting everyone reset and ready to go. So we've had a full week's preparation. We would have liked everyone on the grass to be going through everything, I know, but yeah, it seemed to settle down after how hectic it's been sort of from Christmas onwards. Yeah, I'm excited about the weekend, and if we did manage to get in the playoffs, I'd be proud for about 5 minutes, then I'd be thinking about the playoffs, and then if we weren't successful in that, I'd be disappointed. You know, the thing is, opportunities don't come around as often, and I said it from day one, didn't I, about this season's not over. As a footballer, as a player, you're lucky to get 17, 18 seasons, so why would you give up on one? Likewise, a manager, a coach, it can be over in the drop of a hat, someone's decision. So why would you give up on anything? So yeah, we're where we want to be, right in the mix. Huge game. Like I say, everything's got bigger and bigger. So I'd be disappointed if we didn't win, if we didn't get through. And hopefully we do. There's so many scenarios could possibly happen, but the one we want is us win. If we win, it's fine, no problem. So that's what we're going to try and do. Approach it that way, and then just see what happens. You know, it could be in a situation towards the end of a game where we need to know the results. Hopefully not. Hopefully we can take care of business ourselves. Progress has been made. I mean, we've seen some players have their contract extension in terms of options taken up. Some have hit that marker and they are renewing in terms of we know they're going to be here, but there's still more to be done. So we're not in a position to know exactly what the squad's going to look like next season and the positions we need to fill, because to do that you need to know exactly what you've got in the budget to pay wages, transfer fees if any, how many loans are we going to need. So that's where the clarity needs to come. So you know, we've either got to fill the gaps with the boys in the building, or we could fill the gaps with players from elsewhere.
So after hearing that, I think it brings us neatly into a game of
this or that.
No pissing about. We've already done this one once this season, quite recently. I can't remember whether it was the last video or the video before. But we're going to go here again because it's so important. Jono, are we going to get into the playoffs? Yes or no? Are we going to do it? Are we going to pull it out the bag?
Gold. What did I say last time?
You said no.
Because I'm sticking with it.
You're sticking with it. No drum roll. You're just sticking with no.
I'm just sticking no. Then I can be pleasantly surprised. I just think we're going to lose against Fulham. Middlesbrough's going to win. Luton's going to win. And we're not going to make it. Sorry. I'm a blade. We're used to failure. Come on. Yes. At least one of us are going to be right.
I'm not usually optimistic. And this could come back to bite me right in the arse. Because usually when I'm optimistic, it does bite me in the arse. I think we're going to win this game 1-0.
I hope so. I really hope so.
Do I think we'll win the playoffs?
It's just the most
signs over there, so I can't put it
United
up. I'm going to be optimistic for once. So if we lose, it's all my fault. Blame me. I think we're going to win this game 1-0, and I think that's going to be enough to get us into the playoffs.
I hope it's a late goal.
Yeah,
I don't want to be scoring early on and hanging on to a 1-0.
90th minute winner.
You just know Fulham score it last minute and then that's it.
Mitrovic, 2 goals in last second of the game. Oh, God.
That's why we hate football.
Let's see what the Sheffield United fans have to say about this game.
Producer Josh in a beautiful car park in the middle of Wakefield with shit in it. Final game of the season. Fulham at home. They've just beat fucking Luton 7-0. We had a great game against QPR, especially second half, because we are second half merchants. I'm afraid that's just the way it is. So I'm quietly confident, I'm quietly optimistic that we're going to get the result. But that doesn't mean I'm not going to be shitting myself while I'm sat there. There's water there, no one fucking told me, the entire time. So I'll see you guys at the game. I hope we fucking take it. Fingers crossed. Let's see how it goes.
Hiya mate, hope we're all good. Just a quick preview for the final game of the season. It's all come down to this, hasn't it? You know it would. We knew we were never going to have out easy. As been Sheffield United fans, obviously we're sat praying and hoping after a brilliant result on Friday night. Sat hoping that Middlesbrough could maybe mess up. I know Millwall won. They're a little bit behind us on goal difference, and obviously Blackburn fell to a defeat. But obviously Middlesbrough got the win, which is the main one I was bothered about. Obviously they've got Preston, so I fully expect them to do their job and win. So I think it is fully on us. I think we will have to win the game. I know there's maybe a scenario where if we draw and they only win by 1 goal, we maybe go up, but I don't think we can leave it to that. My heart rate certainly couldn't leave it to that. So I think we've got to go and do a job. Unfortunately, we're playing the best team in the division. Again, sod's law, it would be the best team in the division. Are they going to be on the beach? I don't know. You know, I heard Jamie Mackey say they'd rather play a team that's got something to fight for and maybe a bit of pressure on them, rather than a team that can just go out and play, you know, free-flowing football, and when they're already a very good team anyway. Who knows? You know, it's been a season of up and downs, and I know I've got my gripes and concerns about Heckingbottom, which I'm sure people will see if they follow me on Twitter, but to be in this stage, this point of this stage of the season, is absolutely fantastic, and full credit to him and the players for doing so. One final hurdle, it's in our hands, that's all we can ask for. Just please, you know, I'd love it, before not up at half time, please United, and let's have it easy. Come on Blades.
So it's all come down to the final day at Bramall Lane. I think for a while we've been expecting it to, but also in that time we've had a lot of shouts of, oh, we've got no chance at playoffs, oh, we're definitely in the playoffs. And in typical championship fashion, it's never certain until it's certain. And it's such a test on the last day of the season. Fulham, been far and away the best side this season in the championship, but I think rather than looking at the implications of, oh God, is it going to be us, is it going to be Borough or Luton or anyone around us, I think just to take a look at where we were in November, December and where we are now, and the turnaround in that space of time, not only a testament to what the Championship's like as a league, but to the job that Paul Heckingbottom, Stuart McCall and Jack Lester have done with this squad to help us get turned around, injuries and all. There's been frustrations, but I think more than anything we can be proud at least to have something to fight for at the end of the season, because it really didn't look that way for a very long time, and it might be the last time we see Morgan Gibbs-White at the Lane. Fingers crossed not, obviously, if we get in the playoffs, but that might be coming to an end. Who knows what will happen if we go up, if we stay down. but it's been an exciting season, and I snatched your hand off for that a few months ago, so I'm really glad it has been. And we'll show him all support, we'll get behind him, and let's get over that line. Go on, Blades.
Hello, it's Mark here from the Tufty Club, or should I say Mystic Mark? No, I shouldn't say that ever again, should I? But if you skip to the end of our last podcast, which if you listen to our podcast, you probably always skip to the end anyway, but you'll find that myself and Deadbat predicted that Fulham would win 7-0 against Luton. That happened. So, yep, we'll be working on lottery numbers next. But in the meantime, we need to look ahead to Fulham's next game and predict what's going to happen there. I think they're going to win that one as well. Hopefully not 7-0. But, no, maybe they won't. I don't know. If we come out like we did second half against QPR, I don't mean at Loftus Road, that'd be a massive mistake. We need to come out at Bramall Lane. But if we come out in the same way in terms of attacking intent and really going for it, mixing it up a bit, playing odd long ball, really just getting stuck into them, utilising Jackie Longthrow's long throw. He's well named, isn't he? And yeah, just really, really getting stuck in. But from the start of the first half, I don't see a reason why we can't, not lose 7-0, which would be a start. But I don't know, get a result, nick a win, get a draw, whatever it is. But yeah, we're going to have to be on it, because I don't buy into all this, they'll be on the beach stuff, they'll be down the pub all week, all that. It didn't really work for us, did it, when we had successes. They were on piss all week and still, got some results after that. So, yeah, I think we need to be on it to get anything out of this game. And yeah, hopefully we will be. If we don't make it, if we miss out, as is the Sheffield United way, not the sort of YouTube channel of the same name, just the absolute shambolic way we often go about stuff, then we've had a good go. You would never have predicted back in October, November that we'd be going into the final day with it in our own hands, ready to cock up, obviously. So yeah, it's been a good effort either way. In my role as Mystic Mark, what is that impression? I think, I don't know, I don't think we're going to win, which obviously puts us in trouble, because if everyone else does, we've stuffed it. But I still think we'll stumble over the line. So maybe we'll nick a draw, maybe we won't, we'll lose and someone else will not get the result they need. But I don't know, for once I can see us getting in. Maybe. Is that too optimistic? Yeah, anyway, see you at Wembley.
So, I've just watched Bournemouth get promoted to the Premier League. Those crazy cats are back. I bet the Premier League can't wait to have them back in with their amazing ground and what have you. But no, congratulations. But more congratulations to Fulham. Obviously, they are the best side in the league and they haven't got anything to prove now, I don't think. So they can just lay down and just let us win on Saturday. I'm actually more excited about it than nervous. Everyone's like, I'm shitting it. I'm actually really, really excited because I don't... Oh, fuck. All right, mate. I'm just... Unbelievable. But I'm really excited. Why are you eating a rock? But we're in with the shout. I'm just really looking forward to it. I'm going to get on the beers at 10 a.m. to be honest, and just treat it like an away day. And if we fail, we fail. I think it's been a really good achievement just to get here at all. To be honest, have something to play for at this stage of the season. So, looking forward to it. Really looking forward to it. And let's hope we can join the giants of Bournemouth in the Premier League.
One thing I want to bring up, and this was a big point that helped us over the line at QPR, we need that 12th man in the ground. And Bramall Lane this season has been too quiet.
It's not just at Bramall Lane though, it's been away days as well.
Yeah, but the louder atmospheres have been at away games.
Which is standard, it's always has been, to be honest with you.
To be fair with you, the louder ones have been from people who've gone to, like, what were ours on it? Were it Fulham on a Friday?
Brilliant atmosphere.
QPR on a Friday?
Brilliant atmosphere.
Games where we've gone where it's not a Saturday, 3 o'clock.
Big attendances there seem to be
hindering us. Too many hangers on. There's been people who's been going to a game since League One games, away days, and now we've got Premier League fans turning up on away days. How are they getting the fucking points, can I ask?
Because we're not selling out.
Exactly. So the people with points are going there and trying to cause an atmosphere, and then you've got this muffling of other idiots.
At least they're going.
Yeah, but they're not singing.
Again, I know it's not old, but I want them to sing, yeah.
I want them to sing.
I don't want to encourage people not to go if they don't want to sing.
Come to the game, by all means. If you're a fan, you're a fan, whether you started in the Premier League, whether you started 40 years ago. There's no blade bigger than the other, but one thing I will call you out is if you turn up and you don't sing, what the fuck are you doing there? Get behind team, show some encouragement, and they need us.
Do our part. We want them to do their part, and we've got our part to do. So
100%. They need us as much as we need them to pull it out of the bag. I mean, I'm not saying if we're losing 4-0 and teams playing like absolute shit, get up and applaud them, because that's absolutely fucking stupid. And there are some fans that fucking do that. We need to go out there and we need to back this team, and we haven't done it enough this season, especially at the Lane. We need that 12th man. We need every single one of you out there that's watching this video to get in that ground and sing.
It's got to be a sellout as well.
It's got to be. You've said there's a massive queue down there.
There was. I mean, it was yesterday, when I went past. I went down for a ticket for someone, actually. So queue, I thought, so I'm not queuing in that. So we've got a season ticket.
We really need this game to be loud, noisy, raucous, because that'll put Fulham off.
Yeah, because it will.
Even if Fulham sell out, let's be fair.
Fulham will bring about 12 fans.
No, even if they do sell out, what they're going to do? Shake the plastic clappers like they did at Craven Cottage?
Exactly, shit support.
If we get outsang at any point in this game by Fulham fans, it's one, embarrassing, and two, bad for the team. We need to back our team, we need to be loud, be proud. We were nowhere near playoffs when Slav were here.
No.
Everybody's moaning, Forest were bottom at league, look how well they've done, they've shot up league.
He's not got much credit for this season, has he, Heckingbottom?
He should do.
From United, from United side he has, but from outside United, he's got no recognition whatsoever.
If Heckingbottom had got a full-strength squad at his disposal, fully fit, we'd be where Forest are. And I fully believe that. I think that as much as everybody's sucking Steve Cooper's dick, I think Ecky deserves a blowy as well.
I'll let you do that.
Blowy from the media, I mean.
Oh.
That's a weird fucking phrase I never thought I'd say on a programme. Listening to everything that's been going off. Listening to all the fans. Listening to the media and who's going to do this and who's going to do that. Our final thoughts. We've done remarkably well. No matter what happens at the end of the season, after the debacle that was Slav, under this ownership that's been dog shit, under an injury crisis, under a training pitch of doom, everything that could go against us has gone against us, and we're still fighting for playoffs on last day. And if nothing more, I think the players that have given everything, and I think Heckingbottom, Stuart McCall, Jack Lester, you all need a round of applause. If this is the final beer and breakfast, I just wanted to go on and state that what a phenomenal job they've all done. Even players that we may not be that keen on, that have done a part, stepped in it, even if it's only been over one game. At least Museu fucked off to Italy, scored them goals against Barnsley that got us 3 points.
Everybody's played a little bit of part.
Everybody's played, well, they've had to.
Yeah.
Everybody's had to play a part.
You just listed the things here that the club's had to endure all season, and we are still here for the last game of the season, fighting for that playoff spot. It's a remarkable achievement.
It is.
To say where we were when Slav left.
Final thoughts on this game. I've already said I think we're going to win 1-0. Jono, what do you think?
I think we're going to lose 2-0, unfortunately. I want to be wrong. Sing up, get that 12th man, get behind teams, and we will do it. I just think if Fulham get an early goal, everyone's going to start panicking.
We're not going to
quiet.
Get an early goal. We're going to win 1-0.
Team's end's going to be down, and we're not going to be there to lift them. So, unless the fans get behind them, I can only see a Fulham win.
Fucking Chardonnay and lettuce. We're going to win 1-0. Ignore everything he said. We're going to win 1-0. It's going to be Morgan Gibbs-White with a wonder goal.
I'll take that.
I'll take
on
that.
his farewell game.
On his farewell game.
Oh, no, it won't be a farewell. We'd be able to keep him, wouldn't we?
You'd imagine that Wolves would let him play in playoffs, yeah? You'd imagine so. You'd imagine so. Fucking, I'd hate to think if we didn't. Anyway, I've been Johnny.
And I've been Jono.
That brings us to the end of this week. If you have enjoyed the video and you haven't done already, please hit subscribe, please hit like, please comment. It's free, innit?
Definitely free. No cost to you whatsoever.
For those of you that have subscribed already, a big thank you. And a thank you for your support over the season. Let's hope this isn't the last beer and breakfast though, Jono. Let's hope we've got more to talk about.
Well, we'll talk about the playoffs next week.
Let's fucking hope so. Let's hope so. I've been Johnny.
I've been Jono.
Thank you for watching. Oh, come on, you run away with that!